Hi folks, welcome back to the Library Reader. Alrighty, so today we're going to be talking about the um, influence culture literally going down the toilet. And I'm not going to talk about makeup or clothes or anything like that. I'm going to talk about books and what I'm hoping happens. If this is a sign of what is to come in the influencer culture, I am all on board for it. So, as somebody who works a fast food job where all I do basically do is come in and prep and maybe stay for a couple hours past that time and, take orders and put them in bags and stuff like that. And I make close to about $400 a week, which is pretty good, It's not as much as I made at the post office, but it's not something to, go. It's not that kind of thing. So, as somebody who's on an extremely limited budget, I have been complaining for quite a long time about how bad influencer culture is on people's spending habits, things like that. I think that when we put our life around influencers, I think that we fall prey to this kind of thing where we wish that we had the ability to get all that stuff that they flaunt. And when you go and have people that can afford 50 to 100 books, meanwhile you have libraries that are struggling to stay open, struggling uh, to fund or to pay their librarians, it just makes me sick to my stomach. And to know that the influencer culture, the people that used to follow these people, are finally wising up at how bad these people really are and how tone deaf they are. Like, I started this channel because I wanted to promote libraries. I wanted to say, hey, look, guys, you don't need to spend $25 for a hardback. You can go to the library and spend nothing for that book. Now, I am reading several library books via Libby. I have my books are all due at some point this week. I'm actually going to go to the library Saturday. Let me see. I just need to check what the weather's going to be like. You know how it is. Because if it's raining, I won't be able to do it. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be cloudy, which is good. Alright, so I'll be able to do it. So I'm actually going to be going to the library on Saturday to return the books that I already read, and I'm also going to work on getting one of these books read. But anyways, so when you go and watch this stuff, and you know that these people are most likely getting paid a lot of money to basically buy more books, and then they do an unhaul video which makes them even more money. You kind of look at them like, what the heck is going on here? What the heck is going on here? I love Barnes and Noble because they have ebook deals, and I also feel like I'm not putting money into Amazon. However, when we're dealing with I will be absolutely honest. I was shocked. I got my monster stickers with what's going on with the post office. One of the things that really gets me is how much influence these influencers have. And then when they're hit with I pass your videos because I don't know how I'm going to pay my rent. I don't know how I'm going to pay my mortgage. All this stuff, and then they come back and they kind of try to deflect it, you're like, yeah, you do not have any kind of connection with real life. You don't. You are the kind of person that would not even give two rats' butts about what anybody is going through. What anybody's going through. You don't care about that. All you care about is yourself. All you care about is flaunting something that you know that your followers will never be able to attain to. And that is narcissism to like the extreme. So with the winter coming upon us, it's actually going to be, I think it might be this week. I don't know. I'm really focusing a lot on getting ebooks and find deals on ebooks, and that's what I'm doing. And now, of course, I do intend to turn both my Nook and my Kindles into devices where I read my horror. That's what I'm going to do, because I honestly want to make my readers primarily for horror books. And of course, that's going to take time. And I'm not really in a hurry to do that. But, for every 4 regular books that I read, I'm going to pick up 2 horror books. So, because I have read 4 books, I'm going to get Mongrels. Because it's $1.99 and it's not like expensive at all. But here's the thing: is the only reason I'm able to afford it is because I have a job. And yes, my job is a lot more demanding than being an influencer. There is no way you could possibly ever compare it. I get up at 3 in the morning. I have to be out the door by at least 4:30. Get there by 5. Hopefully there's somebody going to be there to let me in. And then I clock in and I start off with the biscuits, and then I end with the onions. I have to lift a big bucket of pickles. I don't see influencers doing any kind of heavy weightlifting. Anyways, that is just my opinion about the whole thing. I'm glad to see that people are starting to realize that this culture is not good, and I do hope it goes into the book world, because I view influencer culture as being extremely toxic, and I love having a channel where I just talk about library books and things that are actually free that I'm never going to be a big name influencer, but I just don't care. I don't care about that. I care about connecting to people that like to read library books, that like to get books from the library, and yeah. So I may only have 4 subscribers, but I don't care. I'm happy. Anyways, that's my video, and I'll see you guys around. So until next time, please continue to support your local library.